Good evening, theatre addicts. It's Evelyn McKelvey. I'm out here at the University of British Columbia Freddie Wood Theatre to see Much Ado About Nothing, a play by William Shakespeare, and if you haven't seen it ever, you've definitely got to take it in. It's a good one. This production started last night. It's on till the 24th. They don't run every night. I think Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday they are dark, and the rest of the week the show is on. This one's directed by Lois Anderson, and for those of you who don't know, the Freddie Wood is the theater for the Fine Arts School out here at UBC. So it's a mix of students and professional guidance and participants. I'm looking forward to it because I haven't seen live Shakespeare. Well, actually, I saw Midsummer Night's Dream in the summer, but other than that, I haven't seen a lot of live Shakespeare for a long time. So this one is a comedy. It's set in the 16th century in Italy, and it's one of those star-crossed lovers comic error stories. So I'll see you on the other side. I've just finished seeing Much Ado About Nothing out at UBC at the Freddie Wood Theatre. It was a pleasant evening. It was a bit uneven, the show, but all in all, it was enjoyable. The production was good. It had some really nice touches in terms of the sound. A couple of the cast came out before, as audience members were coming in, playing, cleanup crew, and the background sound was the sound. It sounded like a hockey game, but it was actually a soccer game in Italian, which was part of the theme of the way they characterized the men in this play. So it was a modern dress version, although it was set in Italy, in Venice. It's the, disguise, complexity, romance of two couples, which is often the case with Shakespeare comedies. And everything does work out well in the end, as of course it must in a comedy. The set is great. I really liked, actually, they have very creative. The gondola is just a cardboard cutout that's used like a kind of a train. So the two gondoliers at each end are kind of carrying this thing along, with the passengers walking out as they cross the stage together. And the cute thing was when one of the passengers was disembarked, the gondola would kind of rock a little bit as though it was really sitting in the water. I want to mention some of the cast. Cassandra Berchier played Maid 2, Margaret and Sexton. Hannah Everett was the gondolier. The gondoliers were cute. Anna Ramsey was a gondolier. And Elizabeth Young played a maid. But the leads were Gray Clark playing Benedict, Dalen Lester Serafini playing Beatrice, Matthew Rhodes played Claudio, did a good job. Sophia Pascalidis was Hero, Rafael Ruiz, Don Pedro, Jody Margit, Dona Johanna, Drew Carlson, Dona Antonia, Tebu Nzeku, Dona Leonata, and Thomas Bali played Borachio, the Friar Francis, and a character whose name is Post, which doesn't ring any bells with me. All of these are final year or fourth year students in theater at UBC, and they all carried themselves off very well. The one thing that did not work for me and my theater-going friend was the speaking. It's okay for film or TV, but for Shakespearean, especially Shakespeare stage, the characters, the actors were not doing their job. They were not projecting. They were not enunciating. They weren't, carrying their voice on their breath. And the play suffers because of that, because you miss so much of that rich language, and the plot is carried by that rich language. So I found, even though I know the story, I found the characterizations didn't quite come off sometimes because the motivation was lost as the language was lost. So I think they could do a lot more to bring it together. But all in all, a great night at the Freddie Wood. A warning, parking's expensive. And the Freddie Wood isn't that close to any bus stops. So if you're going to go, plan ahead and maybe fill the car with people. Or dress well for the trek across campus. But a great evening, and I enjoyed it. And I think you would too.